Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to my virtual classroom. For our Maths Easy episode today, we will be learning systems of equations. So let's get started.
The topic for today is about systems of equations. A system of equations may be graphed to find the point of intersection. Sometimes this method may not be exact when the coordinates of the point of intersections are not whole numbers or integers. You end up having to approximate or round your number. Now, the good thing is there are algebraic methods to find an exact solution to a system, and we will be learning them today. There are two methods that we can use in algebraically. That is substitution and the elimination. So we start off with substitution. When we say substitution, just like in a basketball game, you replace one player with another of the same position. So in algebra, a similar substitution process may be used to find an exact solution to a system of equation without having to graph the lines. So what is important here is the main idea of substitution method is to solve one equation for either x or your y, so you can substitute the expression into the other. Let's take this as an example. So you have x plus y equals 4 and negative 2x plus y equals 1. So the first step that you have to do is isolate one of the variables in one of the equation. Let's say, for example, we will use equation number 1. We will isolate y. So you will have y equals, transfer x to the other side, that will be 4 minus x. Then you substitute this value to the y of the second equation. So that will be negative 2x plus 4 minus x, which is the y equivalent, equals 1. Then you have to group together or add or subtract together like terms. So you have negative 2x minus x, that will be negative 3x, plus 4 equals 1. So transfer 4, that's negative 3x equals 1 minus 4. Then you will have negative 3x equals negative 3, therefore x equals 1. Now, since you have your x which is equal to 1, you just need to substitute this value to the rearranged equation. So you have y equals 4 minus 1, therefore y is 3. Therefore, the solution is 1, 3. What does 1, 3 means? That means that the two lines x plus y equals 4 and negative 2x plus y equals 1 intersect at the point 1, 3. Let's take this as a word problem. So in real world, there are examples or word problems that we can actually solve by applying substitution. For example, at Kohler High School, there are a total of 41 boys and girls. So that means that we have to identify which one will be the x and which one will be the y. Let's say the boys will be the x and the girls will be our y. That's a total of 41. Therefore, x plus y equals 41. Who plays basketball? If the number of boys is equal to 2 more than twice the number of girls. If the number of boys, so that means that your boys is equal to 2 more than twice the number of girls, so that will be x equals 2 plus 2y. And then what we will do, since x is equal to 2 plus 2y, we will use equation 2 to substitute for equations 1's x. So that will be 2 plus 2y plus y equals 41. That's combined like terms. 3y equals 41. 3y equals 41 minus 2. You will have 3y equals your 41 minus 2. That will give you 39. and then divide this by 3. Therefore, y is 13. That is the number of girls. So since the question is how many boys play basketball, so since we have y as your 13, therefore we substitute y value to the equation number 2. So x is equal to 2 plus 2 times 13. That's x equals 2 plus 26. Therefore, the number of boys will be 28. So there are 28 boys who plays basketball. The other method that we have to learn is elimination. The goal of the elimination method is to eliminate a variable. You can choose which variable to eliminate, either your x or your y or a or b. Now if you wanted to eliminate x and they have the same sign, therefore you have to subtract. Okay? Subtract the two equations. If they have opposite signs, then you have to add. Why is that so? Let's say 5 and 5. Since that's the same sign, you subtract. 5 minus 5 is 0. That means we have eliminated 5. And if they have opposite sign, 5 and negative 5, we have to add so that we will eliminate it and have it as 0. Let's take a few examples. You have here 2x plus 3y equals 2. And then you have 9x minus 3y equals 42. Now, if you wanted to eliminate 3y since they are the same, and that's opposite sign, what do we say about opposite sign? We will add the two equations. So you have 2x plus 3y equals 2 plus 9x minus 3y equals 42. Adding that, that's 2 plus 9 will be 11x. Of course, 3 plus negative 3 will be 0 equals 2 plus 42 will be 44. Therefore, x will be divided by 11. 44 divided by 11, x will be 4. Now, how do we find y value? You can choose any of the two equations to substitute for your x value to find y. So let's say I'll use the first equation. So that's 2 times 4 plus 3y equals 2. 8 plus 3y equals 2. You have 3y, transfer 8, that's 2 minus 8. 3y equals negative 6. Divide this by 3. Therefore, y equals negative 2. And that will be the common point or the intersection point of the two equations, which is 4 and negative 2. All right. Let's take another example. You have here your 5x plus 2y equals 24 and negative x plus 5y equals 6. Now you are asked to use substitution method. So we will rearrange this equation. Since that's negative, I'll just need to transfer x to the other side. So that's x to the other side and transfer 6 to the other side. So x equals 5y minus 6. And we substitute this to the first equation. So you will have 5 times 5y minus 6 plus 2y equals 24. That's for the first equation. Distribute 5, you will have 25y minus 30 plus 2y equals 24. Combine like terms, that's 27 minus 30 equals 24. Transfer 30 to the other side, you will have 27y equals 24 plus 30. Therefore, you will have 27y equals 54. Now, the next step that you have to do here is you have to divide the whole equation by 27. So divided by 27, divided by 27. So 27 divided by 27 will be y, or 1. And then you have 54 divided by 27 will be 2. Therefore, y is equal to 2. Then we substitute it here to find x. That's x equals 5 times 2 minus 6. X equals 10 minus 6. Therefore, x is equal to 4. So that is your answer. Now, if you have special cases. Now, what are special cases? Special cases is when there are either no solution to your equations. That means if it is a graph, it is not meeting. It is a parallel line, or it's not meeting. And if the other one will be infinite or many solutions, that means that they are on the same line. So let's say if you have a no solution. So if, let's say, you have a no solution, I'll give you one example of a no solution. X plus 2y equals 4, and 2x plus 4y equals negative 2. So I will rearrange this. So I'll use substitution. That's x equals 4 minus 2y, and I will substitute that to the x on my second equation. So that's 2 times 4 minus 2y plus 4y equals negative 2. Distribute 2, I'll have 8 minus 4y plus 4y equals negative 2. This will be 0 equals, transfer 8, that will be negative 2 minus 8. 0 equals negative 10. Therefore, this is not equal. Therefore, this system of equation has no solution at all. Now, how about you have an infinite or many solution? How will we understand if there are infinite or many solutions? Let's say, for example, you have an equation such as, let's say you have, let me pull out one example, 3x plus 2y equals 6, and 6x plus 4y equals 12. So you can do elimination by actually multiplying this with 2. That will be 6x plus 4y equals 12, and this will also be 6x plus 4y equals 12. So if I wanted to eliminate x, I will subtract. That will be 0 equals 0. Therefore, your system cannot be solved any further. So that means that this one has infinite solution. So which means if you have 0 equals to 0, that means that this is infinite. And if you have a number that is not equal together, then it will be no solution. Thank you, and I hope that you have learned something from our episode today. See you next time.
I hope that you have learned something new today, and if you're new to my class, please don't forget to click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for your attendance today. And as always, as Teacher Maria would say, please do live your life to the fullest, learn something new every day, and love one another as how our God loves us. See you next episode for our Maths Easy series. Bye!